Pakistan, on behalf of OIC. You have the floor, Madam.
Thanks the High Commissioner for her report and the oral update. Human rights violations of the people suffering long-standing disputes and conflicts like Palestine, Myanmar, Jammu and Kashmir, Nagorno-Karabakh warrant focused attention. OIC urges the High Commissioner's continued attention to these situations as well as human rights violations of people suffering Islamophobia, xenophobia and incitement to hatred and violence based on religion or belief. OIC reiterates its call to the High Commissioner to fulfill her mandate to produce a database of all business enterprises involved with Israeli settlements in occupied Palestinian territories, directly or indirectly. Reason for the unprecedented delay may kindly be elaborated. OIC calls on all states and relevant UN bodies to take concrete and decisive actions to ensure the implementation of the recommendations made in the 2018 COI report on Gaza and hold those responsible accountable for the violations. On Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the OIC expresses deep concern at the human rights violations being committed by the Indian occupation forces, which has resulted in the martyrdom of more than 100,000 innocent Kashmiris. OIC Secretariat has also reiterated solidarity with the people of Jammu and Kashmir and called for the immediate lifting of the curfew, restoration of communication and respect for the fundamental rights of Kashmiris. OIC also reminds the international community of its obligations to ensure the implementation of UN Security Council resolutions on Kashmir. The Independent Permanent Human Rights Commission of the OIC has noted that, quote, the entire IOK is turned into the world's largest prison with severe human rights and humanitarian repercussions on the innocent Kashmiri population, unquote. OIC thanks the independent mechanism on Myanmar for its report and reiterates the important work of the mechanism for preventing human rights violations against the Rohingya Muslims in Myanmar and hold their perpetrators accountable. We remain ready to work with different stakeholders to ensure the sustainable, safe, dignified, peaceful and voluntary return of the Rohingya Muslims and rehabilitation of their ancestral homes in Myanmar. OIC is deeply distressed over the plight of more than 1 million Azerbaijanis displaced persons and refugees resulting from the Armenian aggression and calls on the High Commissioner to take a principled position to ensuring restoration of violated human rights of Azerbaijani IDPs and refugees in line with the relevant resolutions of UN Security Council. On Afghanistan, the OIC is alarmed by the rise of indiscriminate attacks and deliberate targeting of civilians by the armed opposition groups and supports an Afghan-led and Afghan-owned peace and reconciliation efforts for reaching lasting peace and stability and urges the member states to continue their vigorous support to the government of Afghanistan in its struggle against terrorism. OIC calls upon the Taliban group to